Like you said, I'm cheating for no reason.
You will cheat. One day he will do. I don't care if it's ping pong, he gonna
Right,
get it.
like how I'm
If
cheating.
it's ping pong, he want the advantage in the paddles.
I don't care about a paddle.
You figure out how to win.
I'm gonna win. Ain't no figure out. I'm gonna win.
A hell of an experience. You get that type of knowledge, that type of IQ.
I look up to Bud a lot. Honestly, he one of the realest dudes that I done met. He's still a normal person in his head. Like, he don't believe that he's above everyone else. That's how I feel about myself.
You see me around a lot.
No.
Don't act like you ain't seen me around.
Them days.
He said that.
Bud, come on. Terence talking, I try not to talk back. I try to just listen and
Straight boom. Straight shot. Like right here. The way of the right hand.
He like a sponge. He soak up everything that he need to soak up, put it into his arsenal.
Terence Crawford has reportedly been working closely with Shakur Stevenson, as Stevenson gears up for his highly anticipated bout against Teofimo Lopez. Crawford has been openly impressed by what he's witnessed, pointing out that Shakur's hand speed, defensive sharpness, and ring awareness place him in a different category than most fighters. Crawford explains that Stevenson's ability to process information in real time, adjusting movement, timing, and positioning, makes him one of the toughest matchups in boxing today. Seeing those qualities firsthand only highlights how threatening Shakur can be.
are the people that don't go very far. You gotta always be a student. You gotta always be able to learn and pick up things from this person, that person.
He's a work of art. The sky is the limit with Shakur. He got the boxing skills and the ability to, do whatever he wants in the ring. And it's going to be very hard to beat Shakur, with the skills that he possesses and the smarts that he has, and given the opportunity, I think he can pose a great threat to.
As opponents are constantly forced to rethink their approach just to survive rounds, Crawford has also come to Stevenson's defense in a supportive, almost big brother role. Responding to critics who dismiss Shakur's style as dull, he argues that many fans mistake control and efficiency for a lack of excitement, drawing a comparison to Floyd Mayweather. Crawford noted that Floyd faced the same criticism before being universally acknowledged as one of the greatest fighters ever. In his eyes, Stevenson shares that same blueprint: elite precision, high-level intelligence, and speed that new.
I got Shakur.
Are you saying that because that's your man and you don't like Tank?
No. Hey, like I said, I respect Tank. Boxing, he's one of the ones.
Yeah.
we gonna take his personality and personal things out of it. But boxing, he's definitely talented.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's definitely got that it. And he's definitely respected in boxing. But Shakur is a different fighter. Shakur is different. People may call him boring. People may say he can't punch. But they say the same thing about Floyd. Because they defensive.
Neutralizes danger before it develops. Crawford believes Shakur belongs among boxing's rare talents and deserves recognition, not skepticism. Within Stevenson's camp, Crawford has taken on a mentorship role, passing along techniques, habits, and small details he's collected throughout his own championship career. He emphasizes learning from every style and every opponent, no matter how different they may be. Stevenson benefits from this exchange, becoming more versatile and mentally prepared for a wide range of scenarios. Beyond the drills and
it's like a black kind of thing, like no disrespect. Like it's like like when you go to cookouts and all your family be sitting there playing spades and like our.
Chris Algieri shifted the conversation toward the value of elite competition, stressing that true development only happens when top fighters face real risk. According to Algieri, setbacks don't erase greatness, they build it. Losses can teach lessons about timing, strategy, and mental toughness that victories often don't. While an undefeated record may look appealing, it doesn't define a legacy. Great fighters are measured by the level of opposition they face and how they respond. When adversity hits, Algieri strongly supports bold matchmaking, arguing that dangerous fights push the sport forward and separate contenders from champions. In his view, elite boxers aren't defined solely by wins, but by their willingness to step into uncomfortable situations and prove themselves against the very best.
health of boxing on this side of the world. Listen, there's nothing like the Garden. We've both fought there many times. I fought in the big room. There's nothing like the Garden. Just the vibe, like you said, champ, that's around that. And this fight is deserving to be here. It's that good of a fight. It's that big a fight, and especially like I said, like the health of American boxing. This is one of the best fights that can be made. And putting it in the Garden just makes too much sense.
But the idea of the turmoil, the eyes on it, the spectacle, the circus. Chris, you talked about the idea that Teofimo Lopez kind of lives in this. That's where he flourishes. That's what he loves. This idea that because there's so many eyeballs on it, it's going to be kind of a circus. Does that favor Teofimo a little bit when you look at the strategy? Yes, no?
I'm going to say well, I can't say for certain because there's no certain with Teofimo Lopez. He's one of the most up, down, left, right guys I've ever
Mercurial,
been around.
we could say. Yes.
But when he is on, he's damn near unbeatable. I mean, he's such a good athlete. He has such a good boxing IQ. He's so physical and explosive. And again, I've said this on past shows. I've called him many times for Top Rank, been around fight weeks, and it just seems to me, the more out of sorts he seems, the more back against the wall it looks like, the more that he's an underdog, the better he performs. And this could be that kind of situation. New York is a tough place, man. They're already gibbering, going back and forth, saying like, he reps Brooklyn, but there's kind of questions about his Brooklyn roots. Can he really rep Brooklyn in the way that he says he can? So he's already getting that heat for that. I don't know. It might be a good thing to kind of to poke the bear in terms of how well Teofimo is going to show up.
Paulie, that's a huge. You're from Brooklyn. That's a big insult to say that you're not really from Brooklyn.
Insult him a little bit.
Insult him a little bit. Insult him, man.
But I'll tell you what. There's so many thoughts in my head with this situation because Teofimo is at his most dangerous when he's counted out. And this is going to be one.
Teddy Atlas also addressed long-standing criticism aimed at both Stevenson and Lopez, rejecting claims that either fighter has avoided tough opposition. Atlas noted that for years, narratives suggested their careers were carefully managed or padded. He believes those claims no longer hold weight. Both fighters, he argues, have shown a clear readiness to take on high-level challenges. Atlas emphasized that Stevenson and Lopez possess the speed, skill, and strategic depth to compete with anyone in the division. Rather than being protected, both have actively pursued opportunities that test their limits. Their career paths reflect constant growth, adjustment, and a willingness to face elite competition. Qualities Atlas believes deserve acknowledgement rather than doubt.
And Teofimo, at certain spots, he's avoiding this guy, he's avoiding that guy. You can't take those shots at these two guys. Definitely can't now. They are stepping up, and they are taking fights that a lot of people are probably surprised they took. Now, a lot of people will say style-wise, Teddy, style-wise, is this going to be a great fight? I don't know if it will. I mean, style-wise, I could see you having a little reservations, whether or not these guys will make for dynamite, they will make, for electricity. I don't know if they will. But I'll tell you what they will make for. Two skillful fighters, two talented fighters, two fighters that are at a high skill level that will compete in the sweet science. I mean, Shakur showed aggression in his last fight against Cepeda, being elusive while being aggressive. Walking them down, fighting on the inside, boxing well, still being able to counter, still being able to control space, but also be able to go into tight quarters and not be afraid to show that he's good on the inside too, that he can make you miss and make you pay outside and inside. Shakur showed that. That was great. And people applaud him. I applaud him. We were sitting there ringside. I was sitting there actually with your sister, ringside, watching that fight. And it was a terrific performance. Shakur showing that dimension, showing that attitude, showing that competitiveness, showing that dog like people like to show or like to talk about. And
Paulie Malignaggi pointed out that Teofimo Lopez often enters major fights undervalued, particularly when standing across from someone with Shakur Stevenson's profile. Stevenson commands more media attention, has a larger fan base, and enjoys greater visibility within the sport. While Lopez brings explosiveness, athleticism, and proven ability, those traits can sometimes be overshadowed by the spotlight surrounding Shakur. Malignaggi argued that this gap in perception isn't entirely fair. Lopez has already delivered against top competition and possesses skills that demand respect. Still, public narratives tend to elevate Stevenson while questioning Lopez's credentials. Malignaggi ultimately stressed that Lopez's true measure shows itself inside the ropes, not in headlines. Underestimating him, he warned, could prove costly, even for a fighter as polished as Stevenson. This matchup won't just test skill, but mental toughness and composure under the brightest pressure.